Oi, what's goody good? Major Players in the building. It's your boy Face. Right, little bit of Streets 4 news. It's nothing major, but just a little bit of Streets 4 news. So without further ado, run my intro. Right, so over at the God Crush Discord server, there has been a lot of talk in the patch discussion channel. Now, man like Jordi Asensio, big man Jordi Asensio, has been dropping just little hints and stuff about the upcoming patch. Now, this patch apparently is gonna be a big one. Now, we know that there's a lot of funny issues with Streets 4 at the moment, and there's a few people that are not happy with this version of the patch. So in the Discord server, Jordi Asensio has said, wait, big ass patch. Now that leads me to believe that there's going to be a lot of changes. He also says, wait, new Uzi punch. So that might mean Adam is getting a little buff, or I don't know, nerf. I doubt it's going to be a nerf. I reckon it's going to be a buff because Adam is looking a bit underpowered, especially in survival mode. So yeah, I reckon Adam's going to get a bit of a buff. Also, he says, wait for new Final Crash, guys. By the looks of things, it looks like there's going to be some very big changes in Streets 4. Very big changes. As you can see, he just said it himself, there's going to be a massive patch. New Uzi punch, changes to Final Crash, and I reckon there's going to be loads more. Just speculating right now, I think that Shiva is going to get nerfed. Like, absolutely mad. He's going to get nerfed. I reckon Flying Kick is definitely going to get nerfed. The Spirit Palm is definitely going to get nerfed. We know this. You get me? And I reckon there's going to be a couple other nerfs here and there on his alternate moves. But I reckon there'll be a buff on some of the original moves for Shiva. Maybe. Not too sure. But as you can see, he did say, wait for new Final Crash. Even though I don't think Final Crash is that bad. Because a few players I've seen get quite far with Final Crash instead of Flying Kick. But still, hey, wait for new Final Crash. We'll see how that one goes. You get me? Also, obviously, the new Uzi punch. Yes, Uzi punch needs a buff, please. Yeah, ASAP needs a buff. Trust me, bro. Trust me, because Adam is very underpowered in survival. You get me? The furthest Adam I've seen is a 47, and I think that's from my boy Internal Skills. You get me? So I doubt I'd see an Adam 50 plus without like some buffs here and there, because Adam feels a bit weird in this patch. He feels very odd. I don't know. You get me? Pros like Maniac Alvin will be like, nah, Adam's totally fine. What are you talking about? But nah, bro. For me, yeah, for a casual like me, yeah, he needs a bit of a buff. Also, there was some slight talk. Very slight, very unconfirmed talk about maybe some more content. Yeah, very unconfirmed, very slight, talk about new content. He goes on to say this: we have a lot of ideas for a Lizard Cube less content patch, but we don't know yet if we'll be able to do it before next projects are signed. Now, just a little bit of backstory. Obviously, Lizard Cube are the artists. They are the main artists of the game. So what you see is hand-drawn by Lizard Cube. Now, Lizard Cube are moving on to new projects. They are done with Streets 4. But this quote, yeah, does kind of say a little bit about there could be, small chance, could be some more content added to Streets 4. Now, because the main artists have left, means that if you're gonna add, say, new characters, new levels, new stages, you're gonna need a new artist for it. Yeah? And for me, that's a very risky move. Very risky move. Because that new artist team has to match the previous artist team. I'm not saying it's an impossible job, but it's a very hard job because a new artist could literally change the aesthetic of the whole game and it could look odd. It could look really odd. Like, imagine if they just got a new artist and they added skate. It would look extremely odd coming from somebody else if he doesn't get that lizard cube-esque art style going. But it's not an impossible task. But what he said here more leads to updates to the game itself. Like, for example, more modes. Maybe survival mode will have a part of it that has an actual ending, that has an actual goal, maybe 50-60. Maybe they could do something like a randomizer. Just like the randomizer program made by Hong Kong Key, they could add that to the actual game. Like, there could be a randomized mode. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Because that doesn't actually need artists. It literally needs a bit of jigging, bit of coding, bit of sorting. It doesn't actually need the artists. So it is leaning towards the whole new modes or shifts to the current modes for maybe, I don't know, a DLC 2. I'm hoping anyway. I'm hoping. If it were me, I would more hope for more content on the game now instead of trying to get a new artist, because it really could change the game too much and not work. If you get what I mean. I'm not saying it's an impossible task. It's not an impossible task. You probably could get someone who has that kind of same art style and they could probably fit someone in the game. But I don't know. I reckon Streets 4 could use a lot more content. You know what it is. It's a beat 'em up. Beat 'em ups, in my opinion, have an Achilles heel, and that Achilles heel is the replay value. Now, survival mode has added a lot of replay value to Streets 4, but it needs more. It definitely needs more to keep us playing the game. Anyway, that was just a quick little video on stuff that I've heard going on in the Streets community. You get me? Oh, hey, listen, head to the Guard Crush Discord yourself, man. Head to the Guard Crush Discord yourself, man, and check out what's going on in there, man. Loads of players in there. Loads of sick, crazy players in there. You get me? You need to go check them out. You get me? Alright, and if you're feeling this type of content, make sure that subscribe button, make sure you hit the bell, get notification, all that. Can't major players be in the building. Anyway, my name is Face. That was just a little Streets 4 update, and I'm signing